Greetings friends! Today I am going to show you how to change your controls to Trickster controls in Riders Republic. If you started off with the Racer control in the game when you first fired it up, then you may be wondering how to switch it. So it's very simple. All you need to do is go into the pause menu, go into options, head over to control, and then choose your controller preset. So I already have Trickster control on, but you can also choose between 3 different things. So it's not even just Racer and Trickster, but you also have the Steep controls as well. This is for people who or even if you haven't played Steep, but if you played Steep before, then you should be familiar with these controls. A lot of people who played Steep are also on Riders Republic, so if you are familiar with the Steep controls, then this is a good way to go about it as well. It'll be operating pretty much exactly the same. And then yeah, but if you're on the Racer controls, you can switch right to Trickster, and then you'll be able to have the Trickster controls. And so the Trickster controls are really nice too, because you have a little bit more control in your tricks, because you're using the analog sticks to perform different tricks, and especially on like the bikes and things like that, it really comes in handy. But certainly too, if you are doing the racing controls, the Racer controls are also very simplified. So if you are struggling to do tricks and things like that, then the Racer controls are really nice, because all you gotta do is just press X and triangle, square, circle to basically perform tricks. As to where the Trickster controls relies more on your directional, the direction of which you use on the stick, the direction you point the stick in, pretty much. So you point the stick in different directions and whatnot, that you can perform certain tricks, pretty much. And then the Steep controls rely more on the triggers, and that's basically how it is in Steep. And Steep is heavily snowboarding and things like that. So yeah. So Steep and Racer controls are actually pretty similar in that regard, because they rely more on buttons and not on the sticks. And so yeah, but if you want, like, I guess the full control, I mean, they're all good, they're all really good in their own ways. But I guess if you do love to play around with the sticks and perform tricks, then Trickster controls is the way to go. So the main difference is, and you might have seen this in another video before too, the main difference is that you can't move your camera around when you're in the Trickster controls. When you're in the Racer controls, you can move your camera around, and so that might be a big deal for some people. It might not be for some. I think even if you switch to the Trickster controls and you feel like you might miss that ability to move your camera around, I think you'll get used to it. Get used to not being able to move your camera around. It kind of just goes away after a while. And so, yeah. And, for anybody that doesn't know what I mean, I'll show you. We'll switch over to Racer controls. And then you'll see that you can move your camera around like this. So you can move your camera around. You can't do that in Trickster controls. You can only see from the back side, so you can't move your camera like this. And that's just kind of an advantage when you race, so that way you kind of turn your camera at certain angles when you're racing and things like that. But even with the Trickster controls, you can still race pretty good. You're actually really good, actually. I mean, it's fine. So you'll get used to it. If you did like the camera movement, if you did enjoy that, I think you won't miss it when you're in the Trickster controls. So it's all good. But yeah, anyway, that's how to do it. And that's how you do the Trickster controls, or switch to the Trickster controls. It's very simple. Like I said, if you want to give the Steep controls a try, you can do that as well. And whether you're a Steep player or not, whether you played it or haven't played it, definitely give it a try. If you haven't played Steep before, then this is your chance to kind of see how it felt to play Steep, with that control scheme. I think it's really cool that they brought it back for Riders Republic. I think it's a nice little, hello, you see that? he took off, he or she. But yeah, so that's cool that they did bring back the Steep controls, to kind of give a nice little nostalgic feel. So that's pretty neat. So and I believe Steep is free right now, I think, on PlayStation and stuff, actually. At least it was anyway. So yeah, so it might be available anyway, so if you want to check it out, you certainly can as well. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you did find this video helpful at all, then definitely feel free to subscribe. I would appreciate that. We talk a lot about Riders Republic, but we also talk quite a bit about Elden Ring as well, which is probably the hottest game in the world right now. So we do some tips and tricks for that game as well, and just other stuff as well. And speaking of the content too, so the content's going to vary overall, but lately we've been doing a lot of tips and tricks. I know some of you guys have found some videos in the past helpful, so I'm really happy that I'm able to help you guys out with some of this stuff. So really does it warms my soul that I'm able to help you out a little bit, because if I can make people's gaming lives a little easier, then makes me happy. So yeah. But that's gonna be kind of the thing we're doing right now. Eventually, as we grow a little bit on the channel, then we'll maybe expand and just kind of have some fun and do some other stuff as well. But right now, it's just a lot of tips and tricks between Riders Republic and Elden Ring. So just thought I would give you the gist of what you can expect when you subscribe to this channel. And also, I'm on Twitter at GhostPandaStorm, so feel free to follow me on Twitter at GhostPandaStorm as I'm talking about Riders Republic, Elden Ring, and many other games as well. So feel free to join me there and join me for the discussion over there on the old Twitter webs. But anyway, thank you very much again for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Peace, adios, sayonara. Ghost Panda Storm, out of here. Let's ride. Don't crash. That'd be good. And you crash.